Hello, everyone. This is the last day of our Entrepreneur of the Week, Yossi Golan, day number 6. We're going to hear his final words summarizing the week and how you can contact him. But first of all, let's go over some news from our website and channels. So first of all, we have a friend here that is asking, hi friends, is it possible to summarize the prohibitions, laws and rules of flying into the United States? So a lot of you foreign investors are looking to fly to the United States. And here you can hear and read all of information about what is possible and what is not. All right. Which SWIFT is used to transfer money to TransferWise from Israel. All right, so this is another post, episode 45 of a real estate podcast, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Another one, fun to have successful project, even more fun to have in the days of Corona, property type triplex. All right, so we have an operator here that been fixing a triplex and writing about the numbers after value after renovation, 300,000. So let's see. It is fun to have a successful project. The type of property, a triplex, duration of project 8 months. Okay, you can see it here. Total investment, purchase price 140,000, closing expenses 5,700. Renovations 82,000, total expenditure 227,000, and the value after renovation about 300 to 350. So you can see you have a nice equity here. 4 apartments, the income 3,500 a month, 42,000 a year, and the expenses is 14,000 a year, which leaves about 30,000 or 27,000 a year. 12% yield, cash on cash, 49%. Very, very nice. You can see it inside. Very nice renovation, very nice flooring. So if you want to learn more about such operations from our forum members, you're more than welcome to join and ask questions here. You can see all kinds of investors ask questions about it. Well done. It looks like a great deal. You and Alexa are a winning couple. It's fun to see people like you succeed. Very nice. All right, let's see some more. Purchase tax on a second apartment. All right, March 10, Federal Agency for Funding announcement. So let's see what that's all about. New investment property loan limit. Okay, on March 10, the Federal Housing Financing Agency, FHFA, announced that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac would limit the purchase of a second home and investment mortgage to only 7% of their total portfolio. Compared to previous activity, this means that the companies will engage about 50% less in the purchase of apartments for investment and houses for investment. All right, so this is another news here. You can log in and see some comments about it. All right, let's see what else. All right, so this is one of our previous posts. Let's see what is that. Hi, everyone. Looking for a contractor in Birmingham. So every one of you guys looking for contractors, looking for anyone, anywhere in the US, you're more than welcome to join our site and just ask or look for previous such questions. Hey, friends, anyone live, work in Birmingham, Alabama? So everyone is now looking into Alabama. Use the interactive map to check which destinations are open for your next trip. Use the interactive map to check which destinations are open for your next trip. Then explore what you can do at each destination. That's cool. All right. Very nice. All right. So after all of that, let's jump into today's post. Day number 6 of Yossi Golan. All right, and we will be back after a short break. All right, everyone, we're back with day number 6 of Yossi Golan Investments. All right, post summary, open your mind. During my last role for 5 years as a technical investigator for the Air Accident Investigation Board, something has changed in me. It was not the harsh sights and the special smell of a serious accident after a plane crash, nor the insights and finding I discovered, but mainly one very difficult insight to digest: that failure is a built-in part of the process, and life failure is there all the time and lurks for it. Okay, so basically Yossi is telling us that failure is part of the system. I guess you can't avoid it. There's always going to be some kind of a failure. But in the same breath, I learned that the best way to neutralize or reject it is through proper, inclusive, and perpetual risk management. So basically, Yossi is saying there's always going to be failure, but you need to do proper risk management, I guess, to minimize the chances of failure and the consequences. These years have made me look at everything in life through different glasses. Ones that look for danger, try to identify and locate failure. Okay, so all the time Yossi is looking in different glasses and looking for where a failure can be. And yet, it is natural that these insights have leaked to businesses as well. Today, before I look at how much I can gain, I look at how much and where I can lose. This perception led me to a clear conclusion: black swan, or any other name for failure or program that goes wrong and turns in a different direction than expected, will happen too often. The only question is when. So there's always going to be a failure, just like we saw a post from Tal Levy today that it's not a matter of when the next market downturn going to happen. It's just another of why or if. It's just a matter of when. And more importantly, am I at it for failure, including alternative plans? So is there any alternative plans of having this failure? Am I willing to contain these results? This insight that failure would come led me to analyze my investment and asset management, while understanding that one day something I did not expect would happen. So Yossi is building all of his businesses knowing that there might be some kind of a failure, and he's taking that into account. My conclusion: action must be taken immediately to spread risk while investing in various channels. So, when you are spreading your investment into different channels that most likely are not related to each other, you minimize your risk. So I decided that in order to generate a steady income, I needed at least 3 different and independent sources. All right, so this is just as I mentioned, you need 3 different sources that are not dependent on each other. What does it mean? So let's say one source is going down, another one is going up, and vice versa, like real estate, stocks, Bitcoin, whatever. Each one of them might not be related to each other, so that's how you diversify. Also, investing in real estate in the US, you can have a few properties in Israel, in Detroit, in Florida, in Europe, so you diversify your portfolio. I determined for myself and the following 3 resources. All right, so first of all, you have the military pension. This is very nice. Yossi been to the military and you have a pension from there. So, I guess this is the the most stable one because it's got nothing to do on any action. It's just a pension that you're getting. The real estate market. Okay, so these are real estate investment, and the capital market, as I mentioned, that can be stocks, bonds, crypto, or whatever. Commodities. The perception is that any of these sources may be damaged one day, and the plan is that the additional sources will cover it during the downturn until it recovers. The pension, relatively stable income, nothing to expand, by the way, is not immune to threats. Okay, so as I mentioned, the pension is stable. Real estate. This source of income has been deliberately split into several subsources as an act of risk diversification. So as I mentioned, as I just said, okay, Yossi have some of his properties in Israel, some in the US, and even in Israel and in the US, you can have different kind of properties in different locations. So you want to diversify your investment. So Israel real estate, my proposal for risk diversification and continuous income. All right, so A, activity as a mediator, specialization in land for towing and entrepreneurial project. So as you saw from previous posts of Yossi, if you missed them, you can go back to previous days. So Yossi is a realtor in Israel, and he specifies in land and turning this land into buildable lots. So this is one of the sources of income for Yossi. B, purchasing a rental property for rent. So this is basically, you can buy a property that needs some rehab or a ready-made property, and you get some rent and you get the income from that. And number C, third, acquisition of agricultural land in the process of improvement. So Yossi is buying land and turning it into a buildable lot. D, entrepreneurial activity in the construction of boutique buildings in Horesh. Okay, so as we saw in previous post, Yossi is building in the US, in Israel. US real estate. Okay, my list of risk diversification and continuous income. A, residential properties yield income in the US. So this is basically buying properties and renting them out and having constant income from that. B, commercial income producing properties in the US. So as compared to residential, which is 1 to 4 units, commercial is anything above 5 units. It can be for residents, it can be for commercial use like stores, offices, and this is commercial income. C, property improvement through investor group I recruit. So this can be, I guess, anything like flips, buying properties, improving them, and reselling them. We had a post from Yossi that he showed the property that he purchased. Very interesting story from that owner that sold it below market value because of his ex-wife and whatever. So he bought it, he fixed it up, and selling it for profit. And the establishment of subdivisions through investor groups that I recruit. So this is as well another post of Yossi of he showed us how he buy land and subdivide it, and then he can either build on it or sell it. Capital market. This source of income is divided into several subsources as an act of risk diversification. Okay, so let's see what Yossi is doing in the capital market. A, the pension funds and advanced training in large companies, assuming most of us have. All right, so pension funds. B, shares in Israel and abroad. So basically buying shares purchased when there is blood on the floor. So whenever the stocks are cheap, buying stocks. C, trading using robots for trading in the foreign exchange market, algo trade. So Yossi is doing algo trade with automatic algo trading robots, scripts that are trading abroad. Usually these can be currencies or in the stock market. And here too, a subdivision into several platforms. And now we will open the brain even more and let's talk numbers, and especially about section C under the capital market paragraph. In general, a standard improvement transaction is purchased at 30% lower than the market price, and after deducting the cost of improvement, will yield a total return of 24% per project, approximately in a period of 1 year. Duration from end to end, about a year. Assuming a 50-50 split between the developer and the investor, this is an annual return of 12%. A rental deal is expected to yield a similar return. What would you say if I were to tell you that I produce a return of approximately 20% per month completely passively using an algo trade robot that works locally in the Forex market per month? This is the average return I produce, which is 20%. The compound interest rate brings this to yields of hundreds of percent per year. By the way, compound interest, which is also defined as the 8 miracle, leads to a yield of 10% per month, leading to not 100% per year, but 320% per year. Check in the spreadsheet. It's just not inconceivable. Let's go back to the numbers and sort out the information. I make $2,000 a month with a risk of only $10,000. Let's think for a moment. How much capital is required to purchase an apartment in Israel to create 7,000 new Israeli shekels a month? About 2 million new Israeli shekels. How much capital is required to buy a home in the US for $2,000 a month? About $300,000. Even if we leverage and take out a mortgage and bring in only $100,000 in equity, we will still have to offset the interest, which will not have us with $2,000. In addition, we will be required to invest $100,000 and bear the mortgage risk on our backs. While I'm talking about $2,000 that is produced from a $10,000 risk. So basically, Yossi is taking $10,000 and producing every month $2,000 out of it in algo trading. This is amazing. So of course, I am not an investment advisor, and I do not advise anyone to invest their capital in the capital market, in the foreign exchange or commodities market, or in any capital investment channel of any kind, nor do I recommend or advise on this or that platform. What is it? I suggest that you open the brain, learn and get to know other avenues, and most importantly, be sure to spread risk. It is not good to keep all the eggs in one basket. And may we all have success. Hope you enjoyed and that my post help you this week. You can consult me with 3 different areas: real estate investment in Israel, agricultural land for a period of several years, towed land for immediate construction as part of an entrepreneurial group, or income producing property. You can get consulting services on the correct purchase of land, property, or a cohesive purchase group. US investment, property improvement, new construction for individuals, or as new neighborhood. You can enter with a US real estate investment in the US as a group investor, as a sole investor for a short-term or long-term project. We will suit whatever kind of investment that you need, and revenue from trading robots. Okay, so this is Yossi Golan Investment. You have their contact detail here, Golan and Pellet Invest. And this is the last post from Yossi, and we will see you next week with a brand new Entrepreneur of the Week. So thank you for joining us. Nadlan, the Real Estate Investor Forum. You can find us on forumrealestateusa.com. And we want to remind you, just before we go, that you can actually join us. We have mentorings. We have tons of experts on the site and mentoring programs. So just as an example, currently we have, for example, Nir Scheinbein. He teaches about fix and flips. We also have Tal Levy, which is going to teach you everything you need to know about real estate investing. Okay, so basically you can go here to studying, and you can see the Mentor Mind programs. So let me show you how all of this goes. So basically, when you are joining one of our mentors, you will be automatically added to a mentoring group on our website that is meeting. You can get to consult with the mentor all through the week, but basically you can click here Zoom and see all of the members that are currently, let's see, all of the members and the meeting that is being done weekly. So everything is automatic for you. You can join the weekly meetings with the mentor, and you can decide in any moment if you want to pause your membership, if you want to cancel it. But you can see that all of these meetings are weekly meetings with the mentor, and you can also see all of the past meetings when you join, and you can see all of the recordings. So basically, if you go here and you click past recordings, you can see all of the recordings that you missed. You can see a timer of when is the next meeting. Say, for example, here, this is one of the last meetings. So the minute you join, you can go here and then you can watch all of the recordings of all of the past meetings to make sure that you didn't miss any. Okay? So as long as you are a member, you will get full mentoring from our mentor. Takes a bit time to load because we are on this broadcast, but you see you have all of the past meetings here, and you can ask questions here in discussions, photos, albums, documents, everything that got to do with the mentoring. And you can see the program. We have programs in Hebrew, this one in Hebrew, English, Arabic, Chinese, Russian. So any language that you like to learn, we're going to have a mentor for you, and you can simply go to the site, do subscribe, go here to any program that you like. See, if you go to subscribe, Real Smart Mentor My Club, you can see that you have the basic mentoring, the $700 for 3 months. You get full access to the mentoring program. You have the group, you have the weekly meeting, you can ask any question you like during the week. And you can get all of the past recording of that mentor, let's say Tal Levy, and every mentor also have the Plus membership. With the Plus membership, you're getting the mentoring. You're also getting recordings from all of the mentors. All of the mentors that we have, you can access all of the recordings. You also have the real estate Wikipedia. So this is thousands of posts about different aspects of real estate that you can learn from. You have a huge files database of more than 550 files. That these are spreadsheets to calculate your BRRR, your fix and flip, all of that. You're getting full access to that, documents, forms, accounting forms, attorneys forms, all of that. You get calculators, you get a forum for exchanging real estate deals. You can discuss with our experts. You can watch lectures. You can watch all of our gatherings that we had. Everything was recorded. So you get a lot of extras for this extra $300 for 3 months. You get a lot of extras. So don't hesitate. Just go to our site, Forum Real Estate USA, and you can start learning today with our mentors. So everyone, have a great weekend, and we will see you next week with a new entrepreneur of the week. Don't forget to subscribe and like our video and join our channel. So have a good weekend, guys.